Hello, it's Patrick watching Tesla Trip, and we got a little bit more Tesla news this week. The Tesla pickup truck, there's an update. Elon was crowdsourcing options and features, seeing what people would want most in a pickup. Turns out there's a lot of things that are already confirmed, and one of those is that it's going to have an option for 400 to 500 miles. So that's pretty significant when you're looking at like 340 miles for the Model 100D. Then you've now got a pickup truck that's going to go 400 to 500 miles. That's pretty cool. He also said it's going to be a six-seater, and that it's also going to have 120 volt and 240 volt inverters, so you can power tools, welders, and the air suspension will dynamically adjust to the load, and it'll also have an air compressor for air tools. So this is really cool, and it's going to have a powered lift gate so that you can lift things up into the pickup bed. Also, 300,000-pound towing capacity, which is just ridiculous. The Model X is 5,000. At least that's what all the ratings for the hitches are and everything. Although Elon has already demonstrated it was towing muck out of a boring tunnel on a minecart thing, and that was 250,000 pounds. So the electric motors, that's not the bottleneck. The bottleneck, I guess, is all the other things associated with having to tow that kind of a load. It'll be interesting to see if they give it, a 300,000 pound rating, or if it's going to be like a 30,000 pound rating, although technically it can tow more type of thing. So it's going to be a monster, this truck. It's pretty cool. Let me know what you guys want in an electric pickup truck. I messaged Elon and said it's got to get that thermal nuclear explosion proof glass that the semi Tesla has. They got to put that on the pickup truck. And then something for the paint, because that's one of the things with my Teslas is I probably spend more washing it than I did on gas for my Chevy Volt. I didn't put much gas in my Chevy Volt, but yeah, the paint's kind of delicate. I was thinking they should go like rhino lining, or at least the bottom half of it, or something like that, or an option for it. I think that would be really cool. Place for a spare tire maybe, or run flats on it. I know it would diminish the range, but if you get a 400 to 500 mile range, if you have options for bigger tires and run flats and things like that, and it cuts your range in half, that's still not terrible. Especially if you're taking it for long trips, and you wouldn't put those on there. You put standard tires. Anywho, I'm excited. The most popular video on this channel is the master plan and the pickup truck picture for the icon. So if anybody wants an update, that's the update on the pickup truck. I can't wait. My guess on the timing, just from everything that Elon's been saying in the past from the master plan, he was saying that they would probably reveal it later this year or next year. And now he's saying that they're going to reveal the Model 3 probably in March of next year, which I'm guessing will be the same event, or it'll be an event shortly after, or maybe a little bit before, or who knows. Anyway, sometime in about a year, let's say they announce it, and then 2 years for production, because that's basically what happened with the Model 3. It was actually just a year and a half that they started rolling them off the line, but really 2 years before real people started getting them, not just like employees and a few hand-picked people. So like the mass production 2 years out. So I'm thinking 2021 is probably when we're going to see the pickup truck. They need another factory. The Fremont is filled to the brim right now. It's got the 2 lines for the Model S and X, and it's also got 3 lines for the Model 3, and one of them's in that spring structure, that tent. So they don't really have any room to make the Semi, the Roadster, or the truck. So I don't know, where are they going to build them? Well, in China, apparently. They've got permission to make and 100% own a factory in China. So that might be able to, move 1 or 2 of those lines over to China that are currently in Fremont, or, who knows how they're going to end up doing that. I don't know enough about car manufacturing. And then they're also talking about putting a factory over in Germany, so that they want to have one in every continent at least. And they're also talking about these gigafactories producing both vehicles and batteries. Right now, The Gigafactory in Nevada produces batteries, and it produces the electric motor for the Model 3. Full self-driving. This week they did some price changes in Autopilot, as well as the Performance Model 3. So this is one you got to kind of keep an eye on. Autopilot with full self-driving, the full self-driving option has changed. So when you build a car, it's still only $3,000, but if you wait, it's going to be $5,000. So it's $2,000 more to add full self-driving after the fact. And that's probably because a lot of people are not configuring it with their cars because they figure it's not available and it's probably not going to be available for a couple of years. Why buy it now? So either they're getting closer and they know that it's going to require a little bit more, hardware computing power, so they're raising it by $1,000, or they're just trying to raise that money for that next quarter because they want to be profitable next quarter. Tesla. Let me know what you guys think about that. I think it's a little mixture of both. Right now, they said if you bought a car before June 24th, you can buy the full self-driving for the extra, for the $5,000, and you can and tell them that you bought the car previously, and they'll give you a $1,000 refund. Is apparently how it plays out right now. If you had previously bought a car, otherwise, it's $2,000 more. I have it on my Model X because they were showing that demo video of the full self-driving working, and I thought, well, they're going to do a demo in a year, which was 6 months ago, of driving across America, and it'll probably be active in 2 years, and I don't want to pay the extra $1,000 later. I can build it into the loan. So I got it. Supposedly the full self-driving features are going to start to appear in version 9 of the firmware that is coming out in August. So that's just like a month away, and that would be really cool, and it gives you some incentive to buy it now. There's a bunch of theories on what the full self-driving features are going to be, because it's not full self-driving, it's just some of the features that will be included in full self-driving. Probably the ability to go on-ramp to off-ramp on a freeway, where it'll auto-change lanes by itself, follow navigation, maybe stop signs. That's a big one, if it can recognize stop signs. Elon had also mentioned blinkers, seeing what people are doing with their blinkers. Let me know what you guys think. I'm pretty excited about the full self-driving stuff finally coming online. Can't wait. Oh, so Tesla Model 3 price drop-ish, kind of. So they opened up the floodgates. Everybody that has a deposit basically can configure the Tesla Model 3 with a long-range battery and the premium package, along with the dual motor and the performance. So all those combinations, if you add them up and you max it out and you put absolutely everything in there with a wide interior and the bigger wheels, you're looking at $80,000 for this $35,000 car. That's a lot of upgrades. But what you get when you upgrade it all the way like that is a large payment. No. No, you get a 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds, probably faster, because they've been kind of downplaying that because they don't want to cut into the sales of the Model S and Model X as much. You're looking at like $1,000 to $1,200 a month, depending on your options to get that 0 to 60 time at 3.5. Even just the dual motor one looks like it's going to be a pretty good car. Hopefully, we'll be looking at that standard range battery, that true $35,000 vehicle, towards the end of the year, early next year. It's exciting. A lot of Model 3s, seeing a bunch of them around. I've got a video that I'm going to post. I actually lent out my Model 3 to JR Garage. If any of you are fans of, vehicles, high performance vehicles, they have a bunch of them on their channel, and they actually love their Teslas the most. So they got a couple Teslas.
We did do a race between our Lamborghini and the Model X, and the Model X destroyed it.
Okay, so I'll put that in the show notes if you want to check out that.
Destroyed it. It wasn't even close.
And I do a little interview. We kind of talk about charging in remote locations, and they're going to be putting out a video about running around Montana and Wyoming in my Model 3 and how difficult it is right now. So if you want to help putting these remote locations for charging units, the destination program is not the same for Tesla anymore, and it's not as enticing. So it's been a lot harder to get people to join that program. I have my company, Wild West EV, where we put them in like vending machines. So we just talk to a location that looks good and we put it in and cut a check to them every month. Make it rates reasonable, less than charging in an RV park. So yeah, wildwestev.com. I have a GoFundMe page on there. If you guys want to just donate a couple dollars, you can sponsor a station for just a few bucks. And if you guys like this show, please subscribe. It lets me know that you're watching. Tell your friends, and I'll be posting more videos. Hopefully, I'll be doing a live stream here soon because I haven't done one of those in a while. Just subscribe, and I'll let you guys know. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm at Walking Crow. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.